Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we will be having a week 3 picks on the NFL with my boy Russell. Um, so yeah, let's get right into it.
Pick'ems. Thursday night game. Carolina at Houston. What you looking at?
I mean, I'm looking at the Panthers like steamrolling the Texans with them not having a starting quarterback. Like, I mean, no Tyrod. You're not leaning on Winston. I don't even know the name of the kid that's starting at quarterback.
Davis Mills, man. He
And
was the number one recruitment out of middle and high school like 5 years ago. However, Carolina's defense is way too good.
exactly. Carolina's defense is
Way too
way too
good.
good for a backup that hasn't gotten any NFL snaps.
Facts. Rookie backup at that. Way too good. All right, Washington at Buffalo. What's your gut say, bro?
I mean, I love my team. I'm going to go with them 28-27 no matter what.
At
But
Buffalo?
at Buffalo, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the upset. Our defense has to pull that Tom Brady Buccaneers game out for them to stay in this. Don't be surprised if Stephon Diggs blows by Landon Collins or Kendall Fuller, though.
Yep. So, um, I'm picking Buffalo, but let me get into it. So, you said the points. If your defense don't do nothing, which in the first two games, man, they've been sus.
Eh, they showed a
Yeah.
little bit in the last game, but it was a little late. The secondary is weak. Like, we need Xavier Howard. They should have traded for him.
Uh, yeah. Um, I just think Tyler's gonna play good. I really like him. That's that could be y'all's future right there. But your front seven hasn't got any pressure this year, man. As everybody talk about the best D line, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's looking a little scary. I
And
think they're
and
missing that Ryan Kerrigan leadership of, hey,
yeah,
this is what you need to be doing. I mean, yeah, you got Chase, but Ioannidis isn't really doing nothing coming back off injury. Sweat isn't doing nothing. They keep switching Ioannidis and Sweat out, which I don't know what's the purpose of that. Dime, nickel, blitz doesn't matter. You need to have your best two pass rushers in the game at all times.
yeah, absolutely.
J.J.
I
Watt and
mean,
Chandler Jones don't take no time off. They keep playing.
oh, yeah, that's 100% true right there. I just think Josh Allen's gonna have a field day.
That secondary, he's probably going to tear him up, honestly. But it's going to be up to our front to stop the run game, no play action, and I'm hoping Curtis Samuel is back so that we get him,
Another
Brown,
threat,
and
yeah,
McLaurin, and all of our running backs are healthy for once. I'll take it.
yeah, absolutely. All right, Chicago at Cleveland. No Andy Dalton looks like.
No Andy Dalton, no Jarvis Landry, possibly right now, no Odell Beckham. Um,
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I think Chicago's defense kind of picks apart the running game, even with them having what Kareem Hunt and Chubb. Uh, I think it's I think it's gonna go Chicago's way, especially with Justin Fields starting.
I'm on a Baker bandwagon, man.
He's a
I'm
good
on a Baker
quarterback, but he
bandwagon.
doesn't have any threat. He has no weapons right now. All his
Yeah,
weapons are injured.
you say that, but you got Hunter Hurst, you got David Njoku, you got the two-headed running backs, man.
But
As the
you can't throw
Cowboy,
the ball long. What you gonna do?
you can pick them apart short, man. Chicago got Khalil Mack. I mean, but do they? I mean, they got some outside, but their third and fourth string, cornerbacks, safety. You know, are you going to be able to cover them tight ends downfield?
Yeah. The question is, can they get downfield like their receivers do?
I mean, that's true too. But they showed it last week.
They're all not a Waller from the Raiders.
Oh, that's true.
That that
That's
that
true.
man has speed of a wide receiver and he's built like Greg Olson and Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, he's a stud. All right, Baltimore at Detroit. This is the easy one.
Baltimore definitely
Yeah, yeah,
Detroit's like non-existent.
yeah.
They thought that trade was gonna help them. It's
It's
the
going to
same
help them
person.
next year.
It's
Yeah,
the
it's
same
going to help
person
them
no
next
matter
year.
what.
Yeah, I think they're a year away. Their defense is young, but their offensive line is okay.
Offensive line's
They're
okay, but when they face big defenses, as we saw last week, Aaron Donald destroyed them.
no, absolutely. Yeah, Baltimore by a long shot. Indianapolis, maybe no Carson Wentz at Tennessee.
I mean, I got one of my homies, PG County's own Zach Pascal. Went to Wiser with me.
Doing some work.
He's doing some work. He's a starter. He's been starter for the past 2 years now. I still don't think that's going to be enough against Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, and all of them. Like, it doesn't matter who's throwing the ball for Tennessee. I've said that. Those weapons are undeniable. And the Colts defense, I don't know what they're going to do. 2 sprained ankles for Carson Wentz. I mean, what are you doing here?
And that tackle by Aaron Donald, though, that was pretty disgusting just to
And
watch it.
it was horrible.
I thought he broke his leg, to be honest, but
It was
yeah,
bad. It was really bad. But
we both on Tennessee. Derrick Henry is gonna just eat him up.
and Julio getting 128 yards last game, and
Yeah,
the
man.
touchdown that should have been a touchdown.
Yeah. He was in bounds. He was in bounds.
Yeah.
Awful, awful.
So I
We're
think that's
watching
definitely.
replacement refs.
I
I've said
think
that since week one.
I think we'll definitely see Julio get more touches as he goes along this season after that week 1 call out by his coach. But
Yeah.
no defense is going to really be able to stop them unless it's like Arizona, who has the coverage.
Chargers at Kansas City. It's an interesting one.
Yeah. I mean, I got a 35 Kansas City, 28 Chargers, but I mean, they got the depth in the backfield as we saw against Baltimore, but their issue is going to be stopping Henderson. Like, their issue with the run game for Kansas City has been a big problem. Like, but at the end of the day, they have Patrick Mahomes, they have Tyreek Hill, they have a lot of weapons on offense. It's just that defense, that front line's a little shaky. So play action may become a hell of a drug for the Chargers.
Yo, did you see the Bosa stat?
Mm, I didn't.
Oh, yeah. He had 0 quarterback hurries against the Cowboys.
Didn't he get
That
hurt?
No, that's T.J. Watt.
I thought Bosa. Oh no, I'm thinking. Yeah,
You talking
TJ.
about Joey?
Yeah, I'm thinking Joey.
Yeah. No. Um. Oh no, you're thinking Nick Bosa for the
Yeah, Nick.
49ers.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
Nick. I'm
yeah,
not thinking
yeah.
wrong
Yeah.
Bosa.
Yeah. So I like the Chargers defense, man. I really do. Um, I think they can stop. I mean, look what they did to Dallas. They only held them to 20 points and only 14. And they scored all that in the first quarter.
I mean, yeah,
So,
but the
man,
Chiefs
I
are
think this is a close game.
Chiefs are a little bit different though. I mean, Tyreek Hill speed. I mean, yeah, I give
Are
it
they
to
though?
Dallas. They got
What's the
weapons
run?
just like the Chiefs, but the Chiefs
What's
have
what's their running game look like though?
non-existent. Obviously, if it ain't Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes or
So
Tyreek
if
Hill.
we ran the ball efficient, 189 yards or something like that between the two running backs, So
Say you're
if
welcome to Tony Pollard.
right. I mean, but we got a two-headed monster like most teams have now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if the Chargers can run the ball against Kansas City, and Kansas City can't run the ball. You make them a one-dimensional. You sit back in there and let Patrick Mahomes, yeah, he gonna throw, he gonna get his yards, but Justin Herbert can throw and get his yards.
as we saw week 1 and week
So
2, because he definitely did that against the Dallas defense, and I was pretty
yeah,
surprised that he had 328.
328.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean, you do have a key factor on defense that is my sleeper, even though I hate the college he went to for the Chargers. Asante Samuel Jr.
oh yeah,
stud. It's in his blood.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
in his
yeah.
blood. He's gonna have a breakout year.
Well, yeah. When you think about Derwin James, leading that defense, it's
I
huge,
mean,
huge.
it's really big. I mean, I'm glad they never got rid of him
Yeah,
because I
he stuck
know
it
that was
out.
definitely the thing. Just like um Howard in Miami.
Miami. Yeah, how's that gonna
If
go by the middle of the season?
Yeah, if Jamal Adams would have stayed in New York, um, and you would have built around them, it would have been better. But just like Dallas with Micah Parsons, it's gonna be the rookies are gonna be something to see and to build around defense.
Yeah.
It's changing from an offense to a defense now because you have your quarterbacks, you have your wide receiver duos, you have your running backs. I mean, look at the Ravens; they have what 1,000 plus rushing running backs now because all theirs went down. So I definitely see it turning into a defensive game, just like it was when the Ryan Kerrigans came out, the Sean
Yeah.
Taylors, the there were some Cowboys,
Darren Woodson.
yeah, the
You
Chandler
know.
Jones, Darren
Yeah.
Woodson, Clay
Yeah.
Matthews, Champ
Yeah.
Bailey's. Like you're going
Mm,
to start to see teams build around defense now because the
yeah.
offenses are getting packed, and free agency
Uh,
is a hell of a
They
drug as
said.
well.
Yeah, they said it's a off offensive driven league, but you get a good defense. The defense is gonna take over the offenses,
Arizona and Kansas City, prime
un-
example.
unless the referees have a hand in it. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm taking the Chargers. This game, the next game is interesting. New Orleans versus New England. Yo,
Are we going to see crab leg Jameis Winston, or are we
yo,
going to see 5 touchdown slinging the rock like Drew Brees down the field Jameis Winston from week 1? But
yo,
also, here's a fun fact that everyone forgot. They had a COVID outbreak. The Saints were
yeah,
missing 8 coaches
yeah.
in their last game. So that could also play a factor if you don't have the right personnel on the sidelines to see things. That I mean, it's kind of hard to beat that 8 coaches.
No, but you got Sean Payton, who's an offensive genius, man. He should have been able to put a game plan in to, you know.
I love the Saints when Drew Brees was there.
I mean, I wanted him as the Cowboys head coach. You know what I'm saying?
Sean
So,
Sean Payton is slowly losing when it comes to the Saints. He needs a change of scenery.
100%, 100%. I think Drew Brees is gone and everything's different now. Like the whole NFL's different.
Exactly. If they could have got
So,
their hands on Julio to be on the other side of Michael Thomas, different story.
hmm
If they would have got some more defensive players like J.J. Watt or Xavier Howard or any
Michael
other,
Thomas gonna play? I mean, he gonna play this year?
hey,
I,
they
I
could have even got
mean,
Ryan Kerrigan on defense just to get beef up their defense. Their
yeah,
defense isn't looking good like it
yeah,
did 3 years ago. At this point, go get
yeah,
DJ
absolutely.
Swearinger off your practice squad because he's still practicing on Instagram with your helmet. Just get someone there.
Right.
Kenny Vaccaro left. That was one of my favorite players for them.
Yeah. I mean, is Mac Jones gonna be the Mac Jones of Alabama? Is he gonna be,
I got it 24-21. I got it
New England?
close. Yeah, New England. So I got it either way coming down to a field goal, winning this
Um,
for the Patriots.
yeah, I'm on Belichick. I just think he's gonna make Mac Jones really good.
I mean, yeah, he'll definitely make Mac Jones really good. I mean, look what he
And their
did with Tom
defense,
Brady.
yeah, their defense. They opted out last year. At least three of them.
Exactly. Actually, it was
So
4 of them. It
Yeah,
was the big four. It was, I think,
yeah.
one of the
Van Noy's the
McCoys.
biggest one.
Yeah, Van
Van
Noyce,
Noy's the biggest one. I mean,
Hightower.
yeah.
Like and I always told people, I was like, even it doesn't matter who's throwing the ball for the Patriots this year. That defense is coming back with all their stars, all the star power, all the people they added. Free agency for them, they spent the most in free agency that they spent before they got Tom
Ever,
Brady.
ever. Yeah,
Like Robert Kraft was like, here's my bank account information. Go ahead and just
yeah. Load them up.
load them up. Let's see what we can do.
All right, Atlanta at New York. G-men.
Daniel Jones gonna do another 80-yard run and fall. Matt Ryan gonna blow another lead. What are we talking here? Tom Brady is the effect of Atlanta. Like he literally has him in his back pocket still. It's horrible. It's just horrible. I say
Yo,
Giants blow them out 28-17.
this is hard because Atlanta last week didn't actually play all that bad.
What was the score last week's game?
You know what? Couldn't tell you.
And that's the same game. I believe Tom Brady had 5 touchdowns. Didn't they play the Bucks last week?
Oh, I was thinking week one. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Week
Uh,
2 just finished. Nah.
oh yeah, yeah.
And they're
Well, that's
0-2
Tom
in their
Brady.
division still. So
Yeah. Um, but are the Giants decent? Do we know?
I mean,
No,
they're decent enough to beat
I'm
them.
gonna take. I'm gonna take the G-men.
I'm
I
taking
think
the Giants.
I think the Galladay has a big day.
I think Saquon runs all over them, and Jabril Peppers picks off Matt Ryan at least twice.
How many yards does Saquon have this year?
Not a lot, and that's
Zeke.
then one of those games came up against our defense. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, whoa. No. He had that 41-yard rush.
Okay, wow, one rush.
Hold on. And he ended with 39 yards.
Yeah,
So I
breakout
mean,
game though. He's getting his feet back wet. I mean, he
I
did
mean it's
he
true
did go
too.
down really hard and was out for a year. So
I mean, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh.
uh, another PG County native, Wise High School, Marcus Allen, cornerback for the Steelers. I'm going Steelers 24, Bengals 21. I love the Joe Burrow and Chase effect, but I still don't know what's the status of Big Ben. Like, is he healthy? Is that O line going to protect him? Because this game has always been the game to watch against these two teams. The bad blood and the dirty hits, Pac-Man Jones, all of them. So it's always an interesting game to watch to see if the refs let them play, because the referees may just run this game, honestly.
If Pittsburgh's defense is somewhat healthy, and Big Ben can at least throw the ball 5 yards, because he ain't thrown it over 15. We
Yeah,
already know that.
he's checked down central. He has to. His arm is gone.
And then I'm on Pittsburgh, but Joe Burrow, man, he got some life with this team.
Yeah, he does now after getting knocked out by Chase Young. Ooh, did I say that? I'm sorry.
I mean,
I got the Steelers doing it by a field goal. I got it as a close game. If Juju can get
it's at home. I mean, it's all on Big Ben, man.
if
Is he
Juju can get
healthy?
his way in and can actually make some plays or be a distraction for other playmakers, I have them having the good game. Their Bengals defense isn't like what top 10. It's not even in there.
I don't even want to pick against Joe Burrow, but I'm going to take the Steelers if Big Ben's healthy. I'll say that if Mason Rudolph starts, I'm all over
If Mason
Cincinnati.
Rudolph starts, I think I might play in traffic.
I am all over Cincinnati if
Yeah,
Big Ben does not play.
definitely.
Arizona and Jacksonville, no need to talk about this one.
Blowout? Can someone say blowout?
Trevor Lawrence, I'm sorry, man. You haven't lost 2 consecutive games since ever, and you're going to lose 3 consecutive games to start your NFL career.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you this: he ain't throw 5 interceptions in a game.
No,
I'll
but
give him that one.
the Jets at Denver. Well, yeah, let's flip that. Talk
Yeah.
about 5 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But back to
but
Arizona real quick.
yeah,
Arizona's defense has beefed up, obviously. Chandler Jones,
yeah,
J.J. Watt.
yeah,
J.J. Watt has
yeah,
been very quiet, and it's
yeah,
scary. When he's quiet, just be prepared by like week 5 for him to blow up. This may be his game
yeah,
where he can get to the quarterback because that Jags O line is horrible. It reminds
yeah.
me of the makeshift line of the Washington Redskins, not football team, when they were the Redskins, protecting RG3 with Trent Williams being hurt.
Yeah. I think Arizona is a 1A, 1B in the uh, West
Definitely, definitely.
because I think another team has a defense that's pretty good too.
Oh, we know who
But
that is.
I don't think their offense right now.
They're just not clicking.
Their tight ends better.
Yeah,
Um,
Arizona's
but
offense just isn't clicking how it was last year. Even with them adding AJ Green, it's
no, there's somebody missing.
what you talking about. Fitz?
Yeah,
Yeah, Fitz is
the
missing,
the father time's missing, and it's just not.
and he hasn't retired. He's still a part of the team. He's still getting paid. He just
Yeah,
opted out of
he
the season.
no, he hasn't opted out yet either.
So what is he doing? I haven't seen him suited up.
Well, I mean, he said that he's not playing,
Hey, at this point, he's
but
just he's just
but
collecting the paycheck.
well, because of the covert protocols that the NFL put in place, he doesn't agree with.
Yeah,
So
but who was that other wide receiver? What?
Ronald Moore.
It was someone that didn't agree with the COVID protocols and said that they would retire. Who was that?
Oh, my man Cole Beasley put some sauce on it, baby.
Isn't he still playing for Buffalo though?
He's playing for Buffalo. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
yeah,
he's
yeah,
still
yeah.
playing,
He
then
playing.
why can't Larry get off his? Sorry, Larry, get off your ass and
Hey
play with your
man.
team.
Hey man. 100%. 100%.
Hopkins and AJ Green obviously can't do it all. It's not the Roddy White, Julio Jones effect. Like,
Facts. Hopkins might be able to do it all though. Them hands.
hey, bro,
Them hands.
that 99 overall Madden may come into play every now and then.
Yeah.
I'm
He got
scared
the
if he
best hands in the league.
catches a cornerback sleeping, it's gonna be a mean stiff arm and give me the ball.
Absolutely. All right. Jets at Denver.
Teddy
Easy too.
Bridgewater definitely winning this game.
Yo.
If he
I'm
doesn't,
so
I'm
sad.
sad.
Yeah, I'm so sad Tyrod got hurt because Teddy Bridgewater and Tyrod finally getting their chance. You
Definitely.
know, Denver's defense is really good. It's not going to be talked about,
I've been
you know,
calling
until
Teddy
probably.
Bridgewater to do really good things for a while. When he was with Minnesota and he got
Yeah,
hurt, it was like one of those things where y'all just gave up on him. They gave up on Teddy, they gave up on Tyrod, and it doesn't make sense.
yeah. Carolina gave up on him to get Sam Donald, which
I mean,
hey man,
that kind of
hey
turned
man,
out to be really good for them.
I'm a big Sam Donald fan. I said it with the Jets. He just hasn't had the right people around him. He got Robbie Anderson back.
Exactly.
You know,
He has
that's
pieces that he needs. He has Christian McCaffrey, he has Robbie Anderson. Like, come on now, let's see look at what he did to the Jets defense.
yeah,
Him and
facts.
Robbie Anderson literally sat there and was like, "Nah, we're gonna pick them apart. We're gonna attack each corner, each safety,
100%.
downfield, no matter what. Launch the ball." And let's be honest, Zach Wilson isn't NFL prime ready quarterback in my opinion. That's just me.
You got to
He
slow it
shouldn't be
down.
doing. He shouldn't be doing it. Their offensive line is terrible. Another terrible offensive line, makeshift line of rotating players that instead of spending, go do what we did. Go spend first round picks on offensive linemen. Stop picking defense. Because if you're going to put a first round caliber talent back there, you're wasting your first round pick. Just like you did with Darnold.
100%. 100%. You got to beef up that offensive line because Zach Wilson will just not make it. All right. Miami at Vegas. Probably no Tula.
No Tua, no Fitzmagic. Miami's in trouble. The Raiders have been on John Gruden's been on a warpath. He is picking. You have the most strategic people running the Raiders in their front office and as a head coach. The Raiders is going to pick them apart. I have it 28-14, but they're going to pick them apart. Like, don't be surprised if Waller has at least 80, 90 yards. Don't be surprised if Ruggs sits out there and gets almost 200. Like, I love Xavier Howard, but he can't cover all of them. And there is no one else down there to help him.
Yo, what happened to Byron Jones, man? He took that big contract to go to Miami from the Cowboys, and yo, what are you doing, bro?
This is Xavier Howard show.
Yeah.
They did that thinking that Howard they were going to get a good trade package for Howard. They didn't get nothing. People
Yeah.
wanted him for cheap. They went outside Byron Jones, and guess what? You're SOL. Byron
Yeah.
Jones should have been better going off in the division, whether it was to us, whether it was to the Giants, who has every other player from every team in the division, or maybe even the Eagles. Or going to a contender, maybe. Could have went down to the Saints, could have went to the Patriots and been a backup, could have went to the Titans and became a starter.
Yeah. So then, I mean, I'm all over Oakland. I think Oakland's got a complete team right now. That defensive line is probably the best defensive line in football without blitzing. They've
Exactly.
blitzed twice in 2 games. Like,
They don't need to blitz. They have all the coverage they
no.
need. Their linebackers can cover like safeties. And let's just say Nassib, game-winning play against what, Lamar and his run.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
just saying that. I look at Ryan Kerrigan, I look at Nassib, and Nassib reminds me of a young Kerrigan when he first broke into the league with Brian Arakpo.
Yeah. That's what I remember him on Hard Knocks. Yeah, on Hard Knocks. And he's stupid smart too. Massive. That's why I think Max Crosby is really good right now because, you know, they're smart.
Exactly.
Not like, I mean, they're more than football smart.
They're book smart. They
Yeah.
they read plays very well. They get into the depth of the playbook instead of just watching film, practicing plays. They're out there actually like doing more.
So Tampa Bay at the Rams, man. This is a good.
I got it Bucks 27, Rams 24, and I'd only say that because both offenses have been going off. And earlier I said Henderson for the Chargers. I meant Henderson on the Rams. I really
Yeah.
messed that up for the Chargers. But does the Rams get a Henderson back? And will
Austin Eckler. I know who you were talking about.
Yeah, and will the will their wide receivers be effective against the DBs of the Bucks? Because the Bucks not losing a single soul on defense, it's kind of scary. When is a team repeated like this with the same roster? That's like NBA level.
First of all, the Sam Brad. Well, I almost said Sam Bradford.
Jesus.
The Matt Stafford effect is live and well in LA right now, and it's a home game for the Chargers. I mean, for the Rams, same stadium. So
pretty much same team almost.
Yeah.
They can probably walk into each other's game and no one would realize it.
But there's one person on the Rams defense that does not want to lose this game.
Aaron Donald.
Okay, 2. Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, I was about
to say Jalen Ramsey wants to yap about beating the GOAT.
Jalen Ramsey will get exposed because here's the issue: Godwin, Brown, and Evans. Which one of the 3 are you gonna cover? You can't cover them, and then when you cover one of them, and the other 2 get locked down, you got Gronk. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, Jalen Ramsey can't do it all. He's not Jamal. He's not Derwin. He can't do it. He can't play linebacker if he wanted to. He can't come up to the line.
But flip the other side around. The Tampa Bay's defense hasn't been as good as it was last year.
I say Devin White wakes up this game.
Yeah?
I say he wakes up this game. I say him and JPP and Sue wake up this game.
I think the Rams have 3 sacks. I think Tom Brady's not comfortable.
I say the
I'm taking the
Bucks.
Rams.
I got the Bucks.
Yeah.
I only
Yep.
say the Bucks because, like I said, they retained everyone like an NBA team. It's like dream team for Tampa, running it back when we had Kobe and Mike.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was the dream. Seattle at Minnesota.
24-30 going Seahawks. And I've never been a fan of Kirk Cousins. I don't care what anyone says. I worked for the football team when they were the Redskins. I'm never been a fan of Kirk. Kirk has his ups and downs. They praise him too much, and he doesn't have digs. And the Seahawks, I don't know. I think they're gonna be a little ticked off about losing to Tennessee by 3 points in overtime.
I really want to pick the Vikings for Dalvin Cook because I think Dalvin Cook's gonna have a monster game.
I don't know. Bobby Wagner may shut that down real quick.
But I'm taking Seattle on this.
I'm taking Seattle. Jamal Adams, Bobby Wagner. I don't know. It's gonna be a little tough. It's basically the Legion of Boom 2.0 with younger people on that defense.
Green Bay, San Fran.
I got the Packers 35, 49ers 24. I have Aaron Rodgers basically doing what he just did on Monday night all over again. Like, Aaron Jones goes off. 49ers don't have any depth. Shout out to Trent Williams. My boy's back playing. I'm happy about that, though. But I don't think that's going to be the best thing that... And then I think, don't they get Ladavius Smith back for the Packers this week? Because he was hurt last game?
No, he's out. I think he went injured.
Oh,
I think he's on injured reserve for 6 weeks with the back.
So that's the only thing that may save them. But, I mean, you still got a good defense for them. And only one left tackle isn't going to be able to stop them. I don't care how good Trent is. No one left tackle is going to be able to stop them. The Packers definitely going to... That offense, Randall Cobb coming back.
They let Detroit... They let Detroit hang in there for a half, man.
But Detroit
they've only looked good.
View. They got a different
They've
view
only
of
looked good for two quarters, man. The 49ers have looked good for 8 quarters right
That's
now.
fine.
Actually,
8 quarters,
probably 7 because that fourth quarter of the first game, they looked like pure dookie.
And what was it, 17-11 versus the Eagles? It was a very low-scoring game. And it was the Eagles. They could have been able to blow the Eagles out. That's just me, honestly.
There's some bad officiating in that game, though. Like, really bad officiating.
It's true, but at the end of the day, you got 2 good quarterbacks back there, Jimmy G and Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Well, you can do something.
Trey Lance had 0 snaps.
He has 2 yards.
He had 4 snaps the first game, 0 snaps the second game.
Justin Fields effect. That's what I say. Jimmy G ain't acting right. Put him in and see what the kid can do. Because I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He gonna be their deep starter for the next 5 years.
I'll give you one name from the Seahawks that I will never ever forget. Boykins. Boykins, the backup quarterback, had so much talent, and he sat behind Russell for so long. Who's Russell Wilson's backup now?
Oh God.
Geno Smith.
Yeah. Geno Smith.
Horrible decision. What is he going to learn? That he just needs to stay in a dumpster. Geno Smith's not a good quarterback.
But he can be that. He can be that extra eye. He's like an extra coach.
He never think, but
you never think Russell Wilson's going to get hurt.
He might as well just go be a coach like Leftwich because he's never going to touch a field to play again.
But goddamn, Brian Leftwich has proven that he can be an offensive coordinator.
Hey, look, my man got rings, multiple rings now.
Yeah, I'm taking San Fran. I think their defense is going to be a little bit more. I really think they're 1B with the Arizona in the division. I think their offense is pretty good, unless the running backs aren't healthy with all 17 of them on IR, But
they sound like the Ravens.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, all 3 of them got hurt within a matter of like 5 minutes.
I mean, The Ravens lost three running backs, and then picked up three MVP running backs all over again. They
That's
took
true
they
too.
they took all of the running backs, and they're not even using all of them because Williams is proven. Hey, you gave me the chance. Forget all these people y'all signed. I'm gonna show y'all.
All right, the Monday night game, Philly at Dallas.
All right,
I'll let you go first.
I. It's gonna be a field goal, no matter what. It's gonna be 21-24 Eagles. But I will say this: if
Ooh.
Hurts does not get out the gate running, throwing, pulling Lamar Jackson stunts out of his butt, the Cowboys defense is going to pick them apart. Like, no matter what. The Cowboys defense is elite right now. Like, it's not the Carolina Panthers elite, but they have the names that on
It's a top.
paper,
It's a top 10 defense.
it's not even top 10. It's like top 3, in my opinion. It's
Okay.
definitely top 3. With the
As a
names
Cowboy
that's
fan,
the names that's
I'll take that. But
on that defense, they're top 3. Like it has to be. You have more than a front seven like Washington. You have the depth at corner and safety. Your middle linebackers are good.
finally, we got the depth.
But my thing is with the Byron Jones loss, sometimes y'all get exposed. That's just how it is. Y'all
Oh
have
yeah,
rookies
Anthony
in the
Brown's
backfield.
awful.
Exactly.
Anthony Brown's awful.
So
Awful.
Jalen Hurts can definitely play action, fake, throw the ball deep, burn them. Cool. All right, whatever. But on the other side, I'm never gonna go with the Cowboys. That's just me. But
Right,
I
100%.
will be honest. If Dak Prescott does not win MVP this year, comeback player of the year, offensive player of the year, he's definitely going to, because that man is on a warpath to show why he stayed in Dallas. That interview proved it as well. And he's loyal. Jerry Jones has something good with him, just like he had some good with Jimmy Johnson. And he finally got his head out his ass to put Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Fame. So
Yeah.
it's all coming full circle. It's just like how I say about the Washington football team. If Snyder would realize the wrong he has done his players, people will want to come play and it will change things. That's starting to happen with the Cowboys. Y'all are turning that dial up. You're doing right by the players. You're doing right by the past coaches. And people are like, okay, we can respect this. Let's go ball out.
I mean, I top 10 at defense right now. Like the loss of D-Law right there hurt really big. And Randy Gregory, my whole thing is we didn't have no DNs last week, and we still had pressure on the quarterback almost all game.
Yeah, that is true.
So I think our offense is just, a 17 game season. Plus, if you make the playoffs, you can play at least 4 more. Like Mike McCarthy said, we have a long-term goal, we have a short-term goal. Win every week is a short-term goal, but long-term goal is to get back to SoFi Stadium.
Exactly. Like they said when they lost to Tom Brady, we'll see you again. Like
Yes.
that's what their
So
goal is.
if you everyone's on Zeke for rushing for Tony Pollard, out rushing them and out gaining them, but they have a plan for Zeke. They've already talked about it. They've made it public. When they need Zeke, Zeke would be there. I mean, look at game 1. He was the best pass blocker on the field that day.
Yeah.
No offensive lineman, nothing. It was Zeke.
I don't think people are doing right by just crucifying this man for what he is doing. I mean, yes, you want to see him break out, but all eyes should be on Saquon. All eyes should be on Baltimore, because those are the 2 running back issues of the league right now.
Oh,
No
absolutely.
one cares about Jacksonville. No one cares about any other team. No one cares about Alvin Kamara right now. No one cares about the Bucks.
We're not getting into Jacksonville not using James Robinson.
Exactly. So
1,400 scrimmage yards last year, not even using the offense.
exactly. So you can't be mad at. I mean, look at what was it when they had Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara in the Saints a couple years back, and everyone was complaining because Kamara wasn't having good games, but Mark Ingram was. I mean, beggars can't be choosers. Which one do you want? Do you want to win games, or do you want people to rush for 250 yards plus? Your quarterback not throw it well, and y'all not.
Let's
do
win
nothing.
games.
The Cowboys have the ultimate mastermind in the NFL to me, at a head coach.
Hmm.
Mike McCarthy, if he left Green Bay, I wanted him in Washington. That's my
Yeah,
honest.
absolutely.
I think every team that had a question at quarterback or a question at head coach wanted Mike McCarthy because you knew there was either two options. It was Aaron Rodgers following him if he wanted really out, or whoever is front office is going to let that man pick a quarterback that is going to be the future. And he went to
Right.
a team where it was in question, and he was like, watch what we do these first couple games. Granted, Dak got hurt last year in the first couple, after what, game 3, game 4?
Game 4.
But he was putting up numbers, and guess what he does? First week he comes out against Tom Brady and the Super Bowl defending champions. I
He should
praised
have won
Dak
that game.
Prescott. I
Should have won
praised
that
him.
game.
You should have. You need to fire your kicker.
No, well, kicker was hurt. That's a different story.
I don't care. Your kicker
Yeah. No, no,
is
no, no.
trash.
I'm tell you.
Your
When
line is trash.
I said this week 2 when the Eagles played the 49ers, and the side judge is watching Rager catch that ball that they called a touchdown, and then they flagged him for stepping out of bounds. As a ref, you're supposed to look at their feet, look at the ball, look at the feet, look at the players, make sure there's no pass interference going on. Look at his feet. If he steps out, you throw your hat. It's easy. Like, that's your job. You get three things when the ball's in the air. Look at the players, look at the feet, look at the ball. Make sure everything's good. The side judge never looked at his feet. He stepped out twice.
Yeah, he did.
Like,
And just
you're
like
right
they did
there.
in Vegas.
You're right there.
Vegas happened the same thing.
And then the Julio Jones, you overturn that and say that's not a touchdown?
The officiating of the games in the past 2 weeks have been horrible. It started with Vegas and Baltimore.
No.
It definitely
It
started
started
with that.
no, it started with the offensive pass interference that was talked about for 4 days.
Well, yeah, that too. But I'm talking
That
about
wasn't
when it comes
called.
to the footing issue.
Oh,
Them not
yeah,
watching
absolutely.
people. It started with that Vegas and Baltimore game when
Yeah.
he stepped out of bounds and y'all let him keep going. Like,
Yeah.
and you never changed it. You upheld it.
Yeah.
But next thing you know, you're under scrutiny, and guess what happens against the Eagles? Oh, well, we're gonna look at it. Okay, it's a touchdown. No, front. They're calling us again. We have to look at this again. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not a touchdown. They're trying to make up for mistakes in different games, and it's not
Yeah.
fair to the players, fans, or the organization. And,
And then
Roger Goodell needs to put his foot down with it. He needs
Yeah.
to get better officiating, and
Well, I think he's a problem.
he is a problem. He's always been the problem of the NFL.
Yeah, 100%. Like this taunting room, it's absolutely
The
atrocious.
taunting thing, I don't get it. Like,
Atrocious.
you can sit there and taunt someone by just dropping the ball and saying first down if someone wanted to be that petty.
Yeah.
But the Mike Evans one, I think it was Mike Evans. No, it wasn't Mike Evans. Who was it from? It was the Chargers. I think it was y'all's game.
Yeah, it was an argument when they scored the touchdown. Jared Cook. It was Jared Cook.
Yeah, Jared Cook. But then it was
But that penalty never got enforced
yeah.
because they had a legal shift.
But it was also someone else that
No,
that
it was a
got
Seattle game. It was a Seattle game.
No,
that
it was the Chargers because it was what is their other wide receiver's name? Not Mike Williams. Who's the other one?
Keenan Allen.
Yeah, when Keenan Allen got the taunting after he made the play, and he was like going at somebody, and they called him for taunting.
So, if they say a cuss word at an opponent, it is actually a 15-yard penalty. And
Yo,
in the
this
ref's
whole game is
report,
disgusting.
right? But in the ref's report, he said he called him a name that he cannot say, publicly. So that's why he flagged him. He didn't flag him of his antics. He flagged him on what he said.
Yo, never mind. We're not gonna get into this. Oh my God, Roger Goodell, you are a horrible commissioner. Adam Silver is a better commissioner than you in a different sport. Let him run both.
Yes. Even baseball's, getting pretty good down quick, and
Fuck the Nationals for trading who they traded. I just want to say that right now. I don't watch baseball that much. I do watch it from here and there. I have not watched baseball since Max Scherzer got traded.
I feel bad for Soto. What's Soto going to do for the next 5 years?
I
You
don't
know,
know, bro. But
he gonna be looking up at Ronald Acuna and them Atlanta Braves and be like,
when the
damn.
Dodgers and the Nationals play, it's gonna be a murdering. I can already tell. It's gonna be the
Tr-
best revenge game of two people's careers ever.
You know, but Max wasn't with Washington his whole career. Trey Turner was.
I know,
You know,
but
so
Max was like,
Max knows it's the business. You
yeah.
can't trade. Trey Turner would have been the MVP on the worst team, on one of the worst teams in baseball.
Trey Turner was the biggest mistake. Max was like the second, in my opinion. The only reason I say Max is the second is because Strasburg,
Is your biggest mistake ever.
he was good his first 2 years, and then next thing you know, his elbow gives out. Like, what do you expect? And then here comes
He,
Mad Max to save the day,
but
and
he won y'all a World Series.
but who got us to the World Series?
Yeah, I mean it's just like RG3. He got y'all to the playoffs and he
And
blew
that
out his
man said
knee.
he is
And
open to come back. Let's break that news. He said he's welcome. He's ready to come back. You
he,
know what that is? That's a front office move right there that you make because you have Doug Williams and our new president. And I would
can
love that move just as a backup
but how
and
quick
to a
can he learn the
starter.
system? How learn?
System really hasn't changed. Only defense really changed. We went from 3-4 defense to 4-3 defense, and the
No,
offense
no.
is
It's a new offensive coordinator, man. They all got their different systems.
fuck the offensive coordinator. Our
But
offensive coordinator
that's
sucks.
that's why they said Cam Newton could not come into a team and start. It'd take him 3 to 4 weeks, and probably take him more than that because Mac Jones was helping him with the playbook. Cam Newton is not that smart.
Cam Newton is I disagree. Cam Newton is a good quarterback. It's
He's a good
the
quarterback.
situations he's in with the players that's around him and the front offices and everything is what plays the factor.
They
Where he
said he's not a
was,
good locker person, though. I mean,
let's
you listen,
let's
you
look
talk.
at let's look at that front office, and let's look at who's always throwing that ball for the Patriots. You're never going to replace Tom Brady with someone that's already been in the league. You're going to need someone that is going to be the next Kylo Ren to Darth Vader.
But I'm a theorist on Bill Belichick because last year Cam Newton he didn't play bad.
He didn't.
He didn't. But this year, did he really want it?
I feel like he wanted it. There's been interviews like in the I Am Athlete podcast where they definitely had talked to him, and he made a valid point. He was like, "It wasn't my fault I caught COVID. It wasn't my fault for any of that. He missed significant time because of COVID. So when he come back, he looks like trash. The first 2 games he looked good. Then he missed 4 games, and then he comes back and he looks like garbage. And it doesn't help that they did not have the weapons that
But
they
you had
that they do now. They went out and spent money.
right. But you had no off season last year, right?
You're right.
Hear my whole thing. You had an off season this year. You had an off season to learn the playbook. You had an off season to outbeat a rookie, and you didn't.
You're not gonna outbeat Mac Jones. And coming from the Bill
There you go.
Belichick
Alabama
and
beat Auburn one more time.
exactly when you come from Alabama, you're drafting someone from Alabama in a Nick Saban
Regime.
regime,
Yeah.
but it's a Nick Saban league. The NFL when he left, y'all already knew, and people have already stated it in interviews this year that anytime Nick Saban gives you a top 5 player, you're gonna pick them and start them over whoever it may be. You don't care if it's Patrick Mahomes, if he flopped. You don't care if it's Lamar Jackson, if he flopped. You don't care if it's any. If Nick Saban gives you all 3 of his quarterbacks are now starters, all 3, and we're not saying that they're amazing, but all 3 quarterbacks are starters. Like Tua just had some misfortune. It is what it is. Mac Jones went to possibly one of the best teams he could have went to.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, that's just where it is. I don't care what anyone says. When that man walked across that stage, I literally said it the night of the draft. He said, I'm going to go in the league with the Patriots, and I'm going to fudge all of y'all up. Because all of y'all passed on me. And y'all don't know what y'all just did. He literally walked across that stage pissed. He was teed off. And then Jalen Hurts, I mean, let's be honest. This age right now, you have Jalen Hurts and Tua and Mac Jones. Mac Jones obviously was the more prepared for the NFL with who he has in the front office and his head coach with the Patriots. Jalen Hurts on a Patriots team, on a Saints team, on a Cleveland team, on a Buffalo team, on a Raiders team, even a Seahawks or a Packers team would be really well. But everyone was all about the hype of Tua. Don't forget, Jalen Hurts helped them get to a national championship. He
Yeah,
played.
100%.
He played literally what, half that season, if not
Yeah.
more. Like, Tua has not been ready, and they put him in. Tua right now in Miami is Sam Darnold in New York. That's how
Yeah,
it is.
100%. 100%.
But Nick Saban quarterbacks, Nick Saban players rule the NFL. LSU, Miami, Alabama, Clemson.
Yeah.
You always have to watch out for.
Notre Dame. Not quarterback wise,
Not quarterback wise.
but player wise.
Player wise, definitely, especially on defense. They have some studs at linebackers. I don't know what they do. They breed linebackers up there.
Yeah. So, all right, let's go. Let's see how we do. We're even after week 2, by the way. You know,
What did you have?
we went 12-4 each.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that Ravens and Panthers game kind of screwed me up
Yeah.
last week.
No. Yeah, you definitely jumped on the Saints bandwagon, but
I didn't jump on the Saints bandwagon. I also have a significant other that's a Panthers fan, so
yeah.
I
Right.
really expected Jameis to be a little bit better, but you're missing 8 coaches who's not going to be able to out there and help play calls. It's a disadvantage.
Yeah.
I don't care what no one says.
Yeah.
You're missing half your play callers on the sideline for player personnel,
100%.
but you have Christian McCaffrey on the other side and Sam Darnold with something to prove. Don't be surprised if Sam Darnold ends up in a playoff scenario.
Oh, absolutely. Well, can they make it in? I mean, I want to see them play against Tom Brady because I really think their defense is really, 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 really strong.
I
So,
see the Panthers versus Washington as a wild card, the Cowboys as a lock if they continue to play, and Tampa would definitely be in the NFC Championship. Whether it's us, the Panthers, the Cowboys, the Packers, or the Seahawks. Those are 5 good teams that can actually get into an NFC Championship game if their teams get back up on it.
we can do a prediction show. We can we can figure some stuff out.
Hey, this is just the start. We still got a long season ahead.
Yes, sir. So, all right, man. Let's see how we do this week, starting tomorrow night, and we'll get back on it next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, boy. I holla.
All right, bro.
Later.